Hi folks, my name is Florian from iProcess, and today we are talking about products that are integrated off the shelf or developed out of context with regards to ISO SAE 21434 road vehicles cybersecurity engineering. So first, some basics. When a component is developed for a specific purpose and customer based on a contract, the integrator's requirements are handed over to the supplier and the component is developed accordingly. This is referred to as with context. Off the shelf means a component that is not developed on behalf of a specific customer and can be used without modifications or of its design or implementation. Examples are third-party libraries or open source components. There is no interaction between the integrator and the component supplier. Out of context refers to a generic component for different applications or customers developed prior to an engagement with a customer, for example a microcontroller or its operating system. An out-of-context component is developed with assumptions about the context and the use, and it comes with these described in instructions for the integrator. When it comes to ISO 21434, there's an approach called reuse analysis. It shall be carried out if a component has already been developed and either modifications are planned or it is intended to be used in another environment. Or it is going to be reused without modification and there are relevant changes to the information concerning the component, like a change to the known attacks and vulnerabilities or a change of the threat scenarios. This kind of analysis aims to identify the modifications to the component or its operational environment and looks at the cybersecurity implications of those changes. It pinpoints missing work products and cybersecurity efforts, if any, including their validation. This analysis can be used for both the integration of off-the-shelf and out-of-context components, and it determines that fit into your system, respectively the effort required to make them fit. So what is the difference? A component out of context is using assumptions for the intended use and the external interfaces. These assumptions are also the base for the cybersecurity requirements and therefore have to be fulfilled by the integrator. If that is not the case, as determined by the reuse analysis, a managed change process is triggered to reach compliance. A off-the-shelf component is a black box, and the documentation available for it has to be analyzed in order to determine if the components fulfill the cybersecurity requirements according to ISO 21434. If that is not the case, or the documentation is insufficient to prove compliance, then activities to get conformity with the requirements have to be planned, implemented and validated around this component, or the component cannot be used in your system. iProcess can help you to get started on your cybersecurity efforts, walk you through the different standards and requirements for your products, and guide you to the compliance you need to be successful.